Hey everyone, I'm the Rev. Now the YouTube algorithm tells me that in the first 30 seconds of my video, most people click away. So whilst I've got you, Le Mans Ultimate Multiclass Racing, give it a try, it's fantastic. Right, for the few people that are still here, let's get into the action. We're in the BMW hypercar, we're rocketing down to turn 1 at Imola in this 40-minute race. There's smoke up ahead, the Toyota's locked up, bit of contact, nothing major, we're 3 wide, don't want to be in the middle. Little bit of contact on the exit with Bewley in his Toyota. He's going to try and stick it round the outside into the Villeneuve chicane, but he backs out of it and we managed to come through unscathed. That's going to be the first start we've ever done on the Le Mans Ultimate where we've not cocked it up. We started 9th, we're up to 8th. What else can we do in this race?
Right, let's get these tyres and these brakes where they should be.
But before we do that, let's have a look at the start. We'll have a look from the chase cam of my BMW. Now we didn't mess the start up, we're flying down to turn 1 at Imola. You can see the Toyota there up ahead, he locks up, trying to not go into the back of the Porsche, little bit of a squirm, tiny bit of contact with Bewley and the Ferrari, but we managed to come through unscathed. Little bit of contact there too, but Bewley on the outside thinks better of it and gets out the throttle. So the only real moment off the start was from the Toyota, so we'll ride on board with that Toyota now. Absolutely love this camera, looks fantastic. Heading down into turn 1, the Porsche's early on the brakes, the Toyota nearly goes into the back of him, but he manages to save it. Tiny bit of contact, but he's lost another place to the Toyota, and a beautiful Ferrari goes round the outside.
Was not the worst start you're ever going to see.
Let's be honest, Rev, that was the best start you're going to see in terms of our performance so far on this YouTube channel. More often than not, I've managed to either not turn the limiter off too early, realise I've not got enough fuel on the start. If there's a way of cocking a start up, normally I've cocked it up. So that's probably my finest start on this YouTube channel so far. I even managed to gain a place due to the contact on the left between the Toyota that locked up and the Ferrari. So we started 9th and we're up to 8th. Can I move forward at all any further in this race? I certainly hope so.
That was not a bad first lap, that. Don't get me wrong, he's got away from me a little bit, but we're up to 8th. Get the tyres up, let's get on with it.
Let's get on with it indeed, Rev. Now, I'm not going to chime in every time there's a little bit of silence in this race. This is going to be the longest video I've ever done. Now, I'm a big Dave Cam fan. He's one of the inspirations for me doing this channel in the first place. He doesn't talk incessantly throughout the race, he just does his driving and then he has a little chat as he's going along, and he must be doing something right, the lad, because he's got over 100,000 subscribers, so he's certainly doing something right. However, if I think there's something pertinent to say, then I will jump in. I hope you enjoy the race, because I could not have enjoyed it any more than I did.
Ferrari run wide.
There are a few points I'd like to cover though throughout the race. For example, the Simu Cube 2 Pro. Oh my god, what a wheelbase this is. It's absolutely brilliant. I had no issue with the Fanatec wheelbase whatsoever, but this is on another level. The feeling is fantastic.
Toyota wide behind as well. That's allowed the Ferrari onto him. I'm wide now. Invited the Ferrari onto me. Leader's flying.
The leader was flying. I just made a little mistake there into Rivazza 2, but to be fair, I didn't make many mistakes throughout this race. Consistency was great, and I put that down to the new kit. The better feeling just gave me more consistency.
If this Ferrari's faster than me, we're not going to get caught up with him, we're going to let him go.
There's 36 minutes left of this race. I'm not going to get caught up fighting people that are clearly faster than me. So if that proved to be the case, we'd let him go.
Go on, mate, up you go, up you go, up you go.
Now, it may look there like I let him through on purpose, well thought out, where in actual fact I outbrought myself into the hairpin.
We just want to settle down into the race. We're not bothered about losing a few positions. I thought you'd have got off those before.
In relation to the force feedback, on the Fanatec gear, I couldn't get any kind of feel for the car at low speed. I'm not sure if it was my settings or what, but I just couldn't get any kind of feel at all for it. However, instantly on the Simu Q2 Pro, I've got more feeling at low speed, more detail, more information coming back through the steering wheel. Absolutely adore the wheelbase, it's absolutely brilliant, it really is. Well worth the upgrade.
He's getting off now though. Go on, mate, off you go. Let's try and settle down into the race.
Regular viewers will know that I want to do this for fun. This is why I sim race. I do it for the fun and for the enjoyment. But even for me, there's going to be a massive amount of positivity in this video. I could not have enjoyed this race more. I'm absolutely loving Le Mans Ultimate at the minute. It's introduced me into a new class, new type of racing. This plus the new kit, for me, it was just some of the most fun I've ever had with me kecks on. And I think that's going to be conveyed throughout this video. On the left, you can just see a Peugeot rejoining the track. That's Michael Massey. That was his name anyway. I'm going to assume it's not the real Michael Massey, but you never know. We'll have a look what happened to him in a second.
But he's going to have much more pace than us, so once again, not going to fight you, mate. Might be able to keep this Ferrari honest, though.
I think you might be being a touch ambitious there, Rev. But let's have a look what happened to the Peugeot. Michael Massey in the Peugeot. He's all alone on the track. He's into Tozer. He's a bit late on the brakes and he's lost the rear end. It's so easily done, but he manages to keep going. With Massey now behind us, let's crack on with our own race.
Top 10 finish in this split would be immense.
There's almost 34 minutes left of this race and I'm talking about the results. I do wish I'd concentrate that little bit more on the here and now. However, a top 10 finish in split 1 in an intermediate race on Le Mans Ultimate, that would be absolutely fantastic for me. To finish within the top 10, that's the goal, that's what we needed to try and do this race. I'd be made up with that. How good does this BMW sound? All the sound effects on Le Mans Ultimate of all the engines, they're absolutely brilliant and they're so authentic. I was watching the 6 hours of Imola on YouTube literally before I did this race. And the sound designers on LMU, they need to take a bow because it's absolutely brilliant.
Let him go. Let him go while we got the penalty. He's faster than us anyway, so that's not so bad. Let him get onto the Ferrari. Give him something to think about.
We didn't get a penalty, but we did get a warning, so I got out the throttle. I wanted a clean race.
Didn't need that.
You're right, Rev, we didn't need that. Little excursion from me there at Piratella, but no harm done.
Been scruffy, 1.5 seconds lost. Let's tidy our laps up now. That was garbage.
This lap so far had indeed been 24 carat garbage. 1.6 off my best lap, and I was just inviting Bewley behind onto me. Luckily, he ran a touch wide there too.
Need to get that tidied right up.
But we were still in 9th place. I was happy with that. And that was going to be the theme of this race. It was going to be me versus Bewley in the Toyota behind. I was the only BMW in this race. I don't know whether it's a car that's not particularly fancied around this track or whether it's a car that's not particularly fancied at all. If you know the answer to that, do let me know in the comment section below. But I was flying the flag for the BMWs.
Span the wheel, then I could feel it as well. 0.6 the gap behind.
Since my little upgrade, I've now got the Sim Magic haptic reactors on my pedals, so I can certainly feel when I start to spin the wheels up. It's a great bit of information coming through your foot.
Got to spin it. We are going to catch some GT3 cars at some point. Still 0.6.
I had no idea before I started Le Mans Ultimate how much I'd love multi-class racing. Coming through the traffic, getting held up by the GT3s, your opponents getting held up by the GT3s, it just adds another dimension to the racing. Really love it.
0.8, come on, let's try and eke it away.
When you watch the likes of Dave, Cam and Jardir, they're calm as you like in races like this and they make it look really easy. Me, I'm stressed to hell here, but it's a good stress, the kind of stress that keeps you on your toes. So if you're on the fence about giving it a try, then make sure you do. If I can do it, you can.
That's not the way to do it. But we have got GT3s. Oh, big crash, big crash, big crash. We don't know who's involved. There's definitely a hypercar involved. We'll have to take a look at the replay.
That was indeed a big incident. Let's have a look what happened. We'll start by riding on board with the GT3 BMW. He's heading up to Tolza. There's a Mustang off to the left. A Ferrari appears on the right. There's a bit of contact, and that's race ending for the BMW. Now, I'm not sure if the BMW got spooked by the Ferrari going up the right-hand side. The Ferrari sees the gap, tries to head up. The BMW's already moving over. However, there's contact with the Peugeot. Michael Massey again. Only this time it's race over for Michael. Let's take one more look at it from the back of the Ferrari that tries to go around the BMW, just because I like the camera angle really. Peugeot looks fantastic. Contact. Peugeot takes the spin as well, nearly takes the McLaren with him, but luckily it's not race ending for the McLaren.
Oh dear God. Bit of a mess there's a lapping.
It was indeed a bit of a mess, but with that mess we were up to 8th place. And I was going to make sure that I was super careful when I was overtaking the GT3 cars.
We'll stay behind here. That would have been suicide. They're battling for position. Still got the Toyota for company. Try and do a few of these GT3s before the first sector. Whew. This is absolutely brilliant. I love this so much.
I was indeed absolutely loving it. Without getting hung up on DLC, season passes, how much content there is or isn't, as an experience, LMU is brilliant.
Shut the door, sorry mate.
I did have to shut the door there quite late on the Toyota of Bewley. As we were lapping these GT3 cars, it just allowed Bewley to close right up to the back of me. This is one of the reasons I was really enjoying the multi-class racing.
He's right there now, so this needs to be decent rev. More GT3s coming. Thanks, mate. Been quite lucky there, I think. Where I've caught him. Give these races a go if you've not. They're absolutely brilliant. 7 laps of fuel left.
I knew that in this race I wasn't going to have to fuel save, which was good because it was just a case of going flat out as much as I possibly could, and I knew that I'd have plenty of fuel. I just had to keep an eye on how much fuel I was going to put in at the stop.
That's the biggest gap I think I've had to this Toyota. We're in 8th position. A top 10 finish will be amazing. Split one of the intermediate races. That will be absolutely brilliant. There's a long way to go yet. 26 minutes left of this race. I think we've just been a bit luckier with the traffic now than the Toyota. Little lock up there.
And glancing to the left again, you'll see a Toyota rejoining. What's happened to him?
That's 7th. He's had a big moment in the Toyota, but he's going to be faster than we are. 6 laps of fuel.
I was always mindful that I might not have the pace of the lads in front of me. If they went off and we're going to have to come back through the pack, I didn't want to waste time fighting them. However, at some point in the race, I was going to have to suck it up and start defending my positions. Let's have a look what happened to the Toyota. We'll ride on board with him now through Ravazza 1. As he goes into Ravazza 2, he just manages to unsettle the rear of the car on the curb, and that's contact with barrier. Through comes the GT3, and through comes the rev in the BMW. And thanks to the mishap from the Toyota, we were now up to 7th place. This race was certainly going well for us. Could I avoid making any daft mistakes?
1.9 now, the gap behind. These hypercars are just absolutely brilliant. What a game this is.
You may be thinking, alright Rev, change the record, but I did warn you at the beginning of the video that this was going to be quite positive.
Nearly 2 seconds now, they got behind. He's keeping me honest in that Toyota.
I needed to be in the low 1 minute 32s really. The qualifying time was a 1:31.7, so I certainly had some pace in my pocket. However, it was trying to find that pace. That pocket was clearly full of keys and all sorts of other crap because I was struggling to find the pace at this moment in time.
Back down to 1.5, scruffy first sector from me.
I didn't have the pace to catch 6th place, however Bewley behind, he was keeping me very honest, pushing me all the way. He must have kept that gap to within 2 seconds for the entire race. It was a great drive.
I have to use as much of the engine braking as I possibly can. Personal best, middle sector, don't know how I've done that. You're braking into that first part there of the downhill section, it's inconsistent, needs sorting out.
Ravazza 2 is definitely the corner I was struggling with the most. The SimGrade VX Pro pedals are fantastic, but they're not quite in my muscle memory yet. I should get there hopefully within a few weeks, fingers crossed.
4.5 the gap ahead. I have no idea what that's been. Get off there, Reverend. Fight me out, come on. 1 or 2 mistakes. I don't need them. Because this is tight. Here comes some more GT3s. It's always interesting. Toyota's going to get him on the straight now. Three more laps, which take me to lap 16.
I am in no way a maths genius, however I can do simple maths until I sit in this rig, and then I could do with an abacus or something like that, because basic maths whilst I'm driving I struggle with absolutely massively.
Could do with this lad catching some traffic in a bad place. I think he's caught him in a bad place there. Just what we needed, not what he needed. .6 the gap. .7. Yellow flag. The button box is flashing.
Before I got this button box, I used to look at other people's and think, well, I don't need that. And I still don't need it. However, it's a great little thing to have. I really love the fact that it flashes with the flags. The whole equipment upgrade has been really, really worth it. I think initially I was a little bit apprehensive, especially when I was slower than I was on the Fanatec gear. But now that I've grown into the kit a little bit more, I'm much more familiar with it, much more confident with it, and it's been well worth the upgrade.
Still 2.7.
That was the biggest gap that I had to Bewley, and it was purely down to the luck of the draw of where you caught the GT3s.
Had to get that done, I think.
I came from Formula 1, I had no experience with this type of racing whatsoever, so when I first started I was expecting the GT3s to jump out of my way. Only later on was I given the information that the GT3s will run their line, race their race, and it's up to me to find the way past.
3.4 now the gap.
It was a whole new experience and something that I had to get my head around. So once I'd got my head around it, I wanted to make sure that I was courteous to the GT3s and I didn't ruin anybody else's race as I was trying to lap them.
Cheers, mate. So far so good with the GT3s. Tried to pass them as politely as possible. Last lap of fuel. Trying to adjust my fuel on the fly. Multitasking. Don't tell me missus I can do it.
Trying to adjust the fuel and drive at the same time was quite nerve-wracking. I wanted to make sure that I had plenty of fuel coming to the end of this race.
Not an ideal place to catch the Mustang, but it is what it is. I will do, mate.
As you can see there in the top right, having spent this lap messing about with my fuel, I've lost 1.4 seconds, so that's somewhere I need to improve.
This lap's not been my finest because I've been trying to sort my fuel out at the same time.
Pit stop entry, Rev, don't cock it up.
A little bit too early, but I'd rather be early than late. Nearly. I know you can make contact in the pits. I've seen people do it. We're away. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's get the tyre temperatures on.
Time 2:20.
Tyres and brakes. Tyres and brakes. We're currently running 6th. Hey, that's 7th. Make that 7th.
And having stopped a lap earlier than me, the Toyota of Bewley was now right behind me with full tyre temperature and full brake temperature. This lap was going to be important.
Not a chance here, Toyota, mate.
I was going to defend my position into Villeneuve, and hopefully the GT3 traffic might give me a hand in opening this gap out to Bewley once again.
Now we should get the Beamer as well. This is going to be tight, boys. Just hooked it up. Just want to make sure my tyres are back up to where they should be before we go mad.
Heading into the Variante Alta there, the door was open with the Ferrari GT3, but I think that would have been one of those moments where you threw it up the inside, the door would close and there'd be contact. So I think it was much better to wait behind the Ferrari, even though it was going to cost me that bit more time. At least I didn't ruin anybody's race or my own.
Oh yes, go on BMW, go on. Hooked up nicely.
With the haptic motors now, you can feel the car biting the traction. It's fantastic.
Hooked up nicely in the BMW.
Up in the top left, you can see that Jay Kong, he's got a stop-go penalty. I've not noticed yet, but that could be another position for us.
Right, let's try and eke out that gap. Somebody's got to stop and go. BMW is really good on traction. 4th place has a stop and go penalty.
With a stop and go penalty for 4th position, I could see finishing 6th, pending any stupid mistakes from myself. I could end up getting myself a stop and go penalty before this race was out. I had to keep my concentration.
He's been lucky here in his car. He's been able to get past them all with us. The Beamer just hooks up though on traction, it really does. Oh, he's lost a bit of time there with the Ferrari. Woo! Just what we needed. Come on!
I don't know if I've mentioned it or you can tell, but I was quite enjoying this race. It was pretty good.
I'm going to lose a bit of time with the Mustang. Hopefully not too much. Cheers, Mustang. He's done well there with the Mustang. Lost less time than I did. He's going to get past the Ferrari, I think, down the hill. So he's not going to lose time there either. He's going to run me all the way, this Toyota. He's going to run me all the way.
To be honest, I was really glad that he was going to run me all the way. It certainly kept me on my toes throughout this race.
Let's try and do a decent lap now, Rev. Come on. More traffic. Managed to get out of the way. Thank you very much, Ferrari. Toyota's done one. Little lock up. .9. Come on, Rev. This has been so enjoyable. It takes the piss. Might have been a bit late there, but I felt it was needed.
I was feeling the pressure from Bewley, but I think the door was open just enough there with the McLaren for us to get through safely. It was tight, but it was a decent move in the end.
.5 to the Toyota. Bewley, mate, you've drove really well. Don't be missing gear changes now, Rev. .7, 6 laps to go, 7 laps of fuel. So we're in 6th. That would be an incredible result, but there is still nearly 8 minutes to go. Come on, Rev.
Doing a bit of cheerleading there for myself, but we were in 6th position and this result would be incredible.
.9, come on. Come on, traffic, help us out. They certainly are. We managed to do them both. That's great. .3 the gap to the Toyota. 2.4. 6 minutes. Come on, Rev.
The gap was fluctuating up and down with every lap, with every sector as we dropped onto the GT3s. Hopefully between now and the end of the race, I could catch the GT3 cars in a decent position where I wouldn't lose too much time. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it would cost Bewley that little bit more time than us.
I do wish that wouldn't pop up in the exact same place as the track limit warning. Cheers, Mustang. That should cause Bewley no problem at all. 5 laps of fuel left. Come on. Don't want the track limits. Do not want the track limit warning. Lost a bit of time again to the Toyota. Through my own cock-ups though.
So far we'd ran a completely clean race and that's exactly how I wanted to keep it.
Which is good though, because at least I know if I'd stop cocking up, I should have the pace.
With 3 minutes to go now, I'll just take the opportunity to say, if you like what I do on the channel, please do hit that like and subscribe button, as it would help me out massively. Any kind of support you show, I always appreciate, and it really does help me out.
Put a bit more fuel in him as well. On traction, this BMW feels magnificent. And with the SimuCube 2 Pro, there's just much better feeling at low speed. They're fighting for position.
And if you just look in the background, the Toyota gets held up worse than we do, which is fantastic news for us.
Just ran wide. Well, that's cost him some time. That has definitely cost him some time. This is going to cost me some time though. This is absolutely brilliant, this multi-class racing. Can't believe I've spent all this time sim racing. And not multi-class raced.
You've never lived, man. You've never lived.
We don't want to go up the inside there. Do not want to do anything stupid at this stage of the race. Not with 1 minute and 50 to go. 2-second gap to the Toyota.
This so far was one of the best performances I'd ever put in on this channel or in sim racing in general. I know it's only a 6th place, but to me it was going to be a huge result.
2.5 the gap to the Toyota. 2 more laps to go.
If you've enjoyed this style of video, then please do let me know in the comment section below. If you don't like it, if you prefer to have it silent other than when I have something to say whilst I'm driving, then do let me know, as the only way I can improve is with your feedback. As I say, Dave Cam, he's doing something right and he talks a lot less than me, so maybe I should just shut me cake hole and let the driving do the talking.
I've run wide there sometimes, I tell you. That's a corner I need to sort out.
If I could sort out that corner and Rivatsa too, then I should be in the 31s most laps really. As you can see, the 2 biggest braking zones on the track, that's where I was struggling the most, so I still needed to become more familiar with this brake pedal. Luckily, it's an absolutely epic brake pedal, so I should become more familiar with it pretty soon.
Not the best lap you're ever going to see, but not the worst.
I had one more lap to go, and with a gap at 2.5, I felt that if I didn't make any stupid errors, this should be a 6th place finish. However, I've made many a stupid error in the past.
You might catch them now into the first chicane. Final lap in 6th. Come on, Rev. Nail the BMW, let's go. Don't want the penalty, do not want any penalties. What a completely clean race with a bit of luck. Bewley, great drive, mate.
Looking back now, as I edit the video, I can see that with half a lap left, I already think it's job done. That scares me. Already thinking it's done. I've got half a lap to go yet, you muppet. How about you concentrate?
We couldn't have caught 5th if we tried.
I didn't have the pace for 5th, but I'd held on to this 6th place. I was absolutely made up. Made up.
We're in a top split race. To finish 6th. Could not be happy with that. That was brilliant. Thoroughly enjoyed every second.
If you're on the fence about Le Mans Ultimate, then hopefully this has convinced you that it's worth a purchase.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Didn't get into the 31s on race pace, but I'm happy with that. Definitely happy with that. 32.3, I'll take it.
So the final result was a 6th place, the driver rank went up and the safety rank went up. I don't think you can argue with that. If you've yet to try these races, do give them a try, you'll love them. As always, I've been the Reverend, thank you very much for watching.